Angus Energy has spent the last 30 years working with hundreds of fuel distributors in various capacities. Our goal has always been, and will continue to be, to provide products and services that allow our clients to run the most predictably profitable businesses possible. With the information that you already have in your back office systems, along with your experience and expertise, increased processing power, and our customized solutions and algorithms, we have introduced the delivery optimization system that can increase your profitability in ways that were simply not possible 5 years ago, let alone when you, your father, or grandfather may have started your business. ADEPT processes delivery planning for tens of thousands of customers on a regular basis and fully integrates into your current dispatching system in a mostly seamless manner, while still moving the needle on profitability. Technology is one thing, but ultimately, our success depends upon the right partners. Forward-thinking companies and individuals who know that improvements in efficiency equal improvements in profitability. Most of the operational costs to run a business are derived directly from the cost to make deliveries. On one hand, you have fixed costs to own, insure, and maintain your delivery fleet, the top 3 rows that we see here. These costs are fixed as you own the trucks year-round, regardless of whether they are all dispatched on a given day. As they say, if you own it in January, you own it in July. In addition, you have an almost equal expense on the variable side in the wages that you pay to your drivers and dispatchers, in addition to the cost of the gasoline or diesel fuel you need for the trucks in order to make the deliveries. Those are the bottom 2 rows. You pay those costs only when you dispatch, and on average, a delivery truck is making deliveries around 100 days per year. If you could find a way to optimize your deliveries, you can end up needing fewer trucks to deliver your gallons and would end up needing fewer drivers to make those deliveries. None of the approach sacrifices total gallons delivered. It is just done in a more optimized manner, saving operating costs while not lowering income or profitability. What you're looking at is a chart of the industry curve. In this case, the individual bars represent weekly deliveries in total, and the colors in each bar represent how many deliveries are made for specific K-factors. We need to spend a moment on this curve, as it's the same shape that applies to most of the aspects of your business. The curve can be for deliveries, as we see here. It can also be the curve of heating degree days, or of total revenue, total gallons hedged, receivables, service calls, as well as some other things. In essence, our entire industry operates on this curve. The peak of the curve, generally in January, impacts the capacity that you need in order to make your deliveries. If you don't have enough trucks to make the peak number of deliveries, you will be in trouble. However, if you have enough trucks to make deliveries during that peak, it does stand to reason that during most of the rest of the year, some or many of your trucks will not be needed. In other words, you may have a lot of excess capacity, and that excess capacity is very, very expensive. The solution that we created in partnership with our clients and the top back office systems looks at all of your delivery needs and delivery capabilities and simply attempts to create fewer annual deliveries along with a flattened curve that lowers the number of trucks that will sit by idly for most of the year. The numbers tell the story, and we want to show you the details. This information is from one of our clients. They are a Northeast-based heating oil dealer. They deliver about 6 million gallons per year to their 8,000 automatic delivery customers. Their trucks are all on the road for most of the winter and in the yard for most of the summer, averaging 100 days and about 350,000 gallons per year making deliveries. They also have a few spare trucks to serve as backups. Drivers are expensive, hard to come by, and even harder to keep. This company has engaged ownership and more than capable management. However, their infrastructure of trucks, drivers, and delivery planning was exactly the same as when their parents started the company in the 1980s. Focusing our attention on driving down delivery costs without increasing runouts, we focused our solution on planning for fewer trucks, drivers, and stops. Dividing all of the costs to deliver their oil into the total number of gallons comes to an average price of about 43 cents per gallon. Companies in rural markets who need to drive more miles in between stops may pay a little bit more per delivered gallon, while in tight urban areas, that cost might be lower. This is the power of ADEPT. Delivery planning to get more out of trucks on a daily basis is able to change their needs of having more than 20 trucks for their peak weeks to about 1/3 fewer. By projecting every delivery for the next year, not just the next delivery, spring and summer deliveries are planned in a way to increase their average delivery size and to drive down the annual number of deliveries. Fewer trucks needed and fewer deliveries made save on fixed costs and variable costs, pushing down the total cost to deliver. On the basis of the per gallon delivered, the most impactful of all measurable metrics, we forecast a 12-cent per gallon decrease. Or we can look at it as a 28% savings, which comes out to showing a $700,000 per year increase in profitability. The secret to the success of ADEPT is to use the individual data from each customer to build a better plan. Your data, our algorithm, and processing speeds that have never existed before allows us to move away from a one-size-fits-all approach to deliveries. K-factors of 4 and K-factors of 14 should not have the same delivery sizes just because they have the same size tank. You should be worried about runouts in January, but how worried should you really be in July? ADEPT forecasts every delivery for the next 12 months, focusing on a simple goal: lowering the cost to deliver fuel in a way that doesn't increase the likelihood of runouts. There's a lot going on under the hood with ADEPT, but having scheduled hundreds of thousands of deliveries, the system simply works and is getting better. We sync with your back office system. You're not adding another device or software package. Your BOS remains the account of record and remains where your dispatcher spends his or her daily deliveries and their time. We have been managing and integrating with back office systems for well over a decade now, and the technical requirements are no more complex than many that have existed for a long time. While you don't have to change behavior on your part, we are constantly monitoring and adapting to changing weather forecasts and to changing customer realities. By forecasting for the next 12 months, we more than just look at the next delivery. We plan for the next, the one after, and the ones after that. It's very likely that we are live on your back office system. You would just have to ask us.